Hi everyone. I got a lot of questions about how to do percentages, and specifically how to do percentages on top of percentages. So like when you already have to take the percentage of something, and then they ask you to take it again. So this question from the math edvista that you might remember was about bushels of wheat, or like tons of wheat. And the main idea here is that year to year, this one farm kept growing more and more wheat by a certain percentage. You might see this type of percentage on top of percentages question in other ways. For example, a really popular similar type is going the other direction, trying to bring down the price of something by a lot. So another type of question that would be kind of like this would be like a $50 pair of headphones is 25% off. So that would be like percentage number 1. At the counter, you realize you have a coupon for 50% off one item. So that would be percentage number 2. How much do you pay for the headphones? So you got to do this first percentage, and then you have to figure out, okay, what's the price of it now? And then you have to move to the second percentage and be like, okay, what's the price of it now? I'm going to skip this, go back to the real question for now, and then once we've understood that first question, we'll come back to this made-up question. So let's read this, right? Understanding, reading the question, very important. A farm grew 19.8 tons of wheat. So that's our first one. So that's our principle, right? So I'm going to write a P1 because got to name it something. 19.8 tons of wheat in 2013. The farm's wheat output increased by 9.8%. Why can't I read? 9.8%, so that's percentage 1, from 2013 to 14, and by 5.1%, so that's percentage 2, from 2014 to 15. Which expression represents a strategy for estimating the total output of wheat in tons in 2015? So I always love to start with a visual, so I'm literally going to draw some wheat and be like, okay, here we go. That's wheat. And I'm going to write 19.8, right? There are 19.8 tons of wheat in 2013. And then I'm going to be like, we added 9.8%. So that we got like some bigger thing of wheat in 2014. This is a good moment for like a calculator. And so I got one out and I tried to look up like what is 9.8% of 19.8. And of course, the way we would do this is that 9.8% is the same thing as 0.098, right? A decimal. We just take the point and we move it to the left 2 times. And that's a strategy for changing percentages into decimals. So 0.098 times 19.8 equals 1.9404. Now, a mistake some people might think is they might think that 1.9404 is the amount of wheat. But this is not the wheat. This is how much more wheat. So then the last thing you have to do is 1.9404 plus the wheat they had last year, which was 19.8. This, of course, equals 21.7404. If you want to check on your own calculator, you're more than welcome to do that. So this is how much wheat they got in 2014. So I'm going to bring it all back to my visual, right? Whoop. Cool. Looks good. My wheat is 21.7404. And I guess it could be like 21.7 or 21.74, but I just like to be exact as long as I'm doing things, right? Now here's the thing. It goes up again, right? We have, or I'll use the same color. It goes up by 5.1%, right? You might think that we should take 5.1% of our original idea, 19.8%. You might be like, that's how much wheat they had. But you would be wrong. In fact, you would be super wrong. It is not. It is 5.1% of more of this. So they're saying from 2014 to 2015, it went up by 5.1%. So we have to do 5.1% more than what they had in 2014. So I'm just going to draw like a gigantic thing of wheat because that's our new one for 2015. So we're going to do this a little more quickly this time. We're just going to do 21.74 0.7404 times 5.8%, which we know is 0.05, no wait, not 5.8%, 5.1%, 0.051, and find out that equals to 1.108764. Okay, that's too much. I'm just gonna call it 1.11, because I'm tired. And of course, we're not done yet, right? This is how much more wheat. I'm just gonna write it again, big. More wheat. And so then we're gonna do 21.7404 plus 1.11, and that equals 22.8504. So we're gonna throw that back up here. 22.8504. Great, and that is how much they had the total output of wheat in tons in 2015. Now, you'll notice these answers are not like numbers, right? They're like expressions. They're asking for a strategy for estimating. The reason that I try to get like the actual answer is specifically because I find this a little bit easier. I can just use the answer I got, add or multiply or do whatever I need to do to these guys, and see which one actually equals 22.8, or even something close to it at least. So let's try this one. 20 plus 10 plus 5 equals 35. 35 is not that close to 22, so, or, yeah, 22.8, so no. 20 times 10 times 5, 20 times 10 is 200. 200 times 5 is like 1,000. So 1,000 is like really far from 22, so that's wrong. 20 plus 1.1 plus 1.05, 20, 21.1, 22.05. Okay, so that's a contender. It's like a maybe. Let's see if the other one is closer. 20 times 1.1. 20 times 1.1 times 1.05, and I just did this on my calculator really quickly, equals 23.1. So I have to figure out which one is closer to 22.8504, like which is the closest to this guy. And the answer is 23.1, so it's going to be D. There's like a lot more that goes into percentages and estimating percentages than what I've gone into here, but I just want to give you like a 7-8 minute crash course into it. And I think the best strategy, if you're not super confident about percentages, is figure out the right answer and then see what matches. All right, so I just want to like bring you back to the one pretty big though idea about percentages. The most common mistake that I've seen people make is they do the percentages for the wrong thing. So, right, students often don't realize that like in year to year, the pile of wheat changes. In mathematical terms, people make mistakes when they apply the second percentage to the first principle. So people will do like 9.8% of 19.8, and then they'll do like 5.1% of 19.8. It's like, no, 5.1% is for the new thing you got, right? It's not for the old one. That's wrong. It's incorrect. And because I told you we would do the similar type of question, the one about the headphones, I'm gonna give myself a little room and erase this stuff because we finished it already. And then let's look at this question, right? A $50 pair of headphones is 25% off. So then I got to figure out, okay, like what's 0.25 times 50? And that equals 12.5. Careful, this is how much money I save. This is not the new price. It's the savings. So then I have to do 50 minus 12.5, and that equals 37.5, which is the new price. And then you apply a coupon, right? You get 50% off. So I would do 0.5 times 37.5, and realize that that answer is 18.75. So if I get them for 50% off, the new price is 18.75. I made absolutely sure that I did the 50% off times the new price, right? I did not go to the old price of 50. I went to the new price of 37.5 because that's the on sale price. And then I applied the coupon to the on sale price. And that, my friends, is percentages on top of percentages in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks.